Welcome back to another Level Up Health video. In this video, we'll be going over what happens to your body when you quit sugar. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as I'm always dropping new and exciting content to better your health. Thanks guys, let's get started. Are you addicted to sugar? This is the question I've been asking myself more than once. As a kid, you're warned about alcohol and drugs, but no one ever cautions against the addictive dangers and health detriments of a high sugar diet. And the word addiction really is no exaggeration. According to a 2016 study, increased sugar consumption has been shown to repeatedly elevate dopamine levels in a similar manner to drug use. Because the taste buds desire sweetness, we tend to want more sugary foods, thus leading to potential sugar binges. Lean in to these seemingly innocuous cupcake and ice cream cravings every day, and you're in for a multitude of negative short and long-term effects. Most of us are familiar with the immediate repercussions of excess sugar, even if we might not always make the connection. Our appetites increase and we see a greater desire for more sweets, which can lead to cravings, mood swings, and the all too familiar crash and burn. The damage a super sugar-laden diet can cause over time is even bleaker. Effects can increase weight gain, excess fat around the middle, potential for diabetic conditions, and risk for heart disease. It all looks pretty grim, particularly if you love sugar, but you can prevent and even reverse much of the harm immediately simply by cutting out sugar, or even just cutting it out some of the time. The long-term effects of replacing a diet full of sugar with nutrient-dense, heart-healthy foods are even more impressive. Now, let's jump right into it where I break it all down into a 1-year timeline. 20 minutes after you quit. Not dissimilar to alcohol, consuming sugary foods just makes you want to eat more sugar. But 20 minutes after your first sugar-free meal, you'll be more satisfied and less likely to reach for second helpings of dessert. This is likely a result of strengthened willpower, so push through and stay on the upswing, as things may soon become more difficult. 1 hour after you quit. For someone who consumes a lot of sugar daily, you'll probably expect withdrawals, even after a few hours. Sugar is addictive and activates a dopamine response in the reward center of the brain, like a drug. Depending on the amount of sugar you consume daily, you might experience varying drops in blood sugar levels, sweating, shaking, irritable moodiness, hunger, and sadness. A recommended suggestion for fighting through these symptoms is by consuming fresh vegetables with fiber, anti-inflammatory protein sources, and healthy fats. But for someone who doesn't consume mass amounts of sugar daily, roughly an hour into your post-sugar existence, you should still find yourself on an upswing. You should feel energized and be more productive. You will less likely have the urge to reach for a cookie or a handful of processed snacks. 1 day after you quit. The days just after you've stopped consuming sugar are perhaps the hardest. You may have withdrawal-like symptoms, including headaches and a drop in energy levels. You'll probably have some strong cravings for something sweet too, but your body is already beginning to heal itself. Sugar feeds harmful microorganisms such as candida, which, when overgrown, can really affect your gut health. Cutting out processed sugars can help keep those microorganisms in check. Filling up on sugars also limits our desire and potential to fuel up on nutrient-dense foods, including healthy fats, proteins, and plenty of fiber, which keeps us healthy, active, and productive. Now that you've gone the whole day without sugar, you've probably worked plenty of those healthier alternatives into your diet. With the increased intake of vegetables and lean protein, your blood sugar will stabilize, your mood swings will temper, and you'll find yourself with fewer cravings. 3 days after you quit. Here's where things start to take an unpleasant turn. After all, sugar is an addiction, and you can't kick most addictions without experiencing withdrawal symptoms. A few days in, you could experience sugar cravings, anxiety, headaches, and even depression in some serious cases. These effects often taper off after the first week, but depending on your body's level of sugar addiction, they could last an extra week or two. As always, it's essential that you stay hydrated to mitigate these effects. Additionally, drinking water may help you kick your sugar cravings because thirst is often confused with hunger. Having a glass of water may help you resist the urge to overeat and keep your cravings under control. 1 week after you quit. This is when the magic happens. Your body will quickly start to repair itself once the sugar is out of its way, starting with improvements in insulin levels and inflammatory responses. It's noted that in just 72 hours, as your insulin levels begin to stabilize, other hormones, like those involved in fat storage, will also return to normal levels. Another noticeable difference: skin clarity and less puffiness in the face. So if your previous lifestyle was dominated by processed foods, juice, soda, and desserts, you'll probably still be in detox mode. But if your sugar intake was on the moderate side, and if you're sticking to a diet of protein, fibers, and healthy fats, you should start to feel pretty damn good. You will be less sluggish, have more stable energy throughout the day, and have an improved mood. 1 month after you quit. The 1 month mark is when you'll find yourself completely out of the woods. Your desire for dessert will have disappeared, and you'll find yourself strangely craving protein and leafy greens instead. So after 1 month, you'll realize what sugar has been doing to you, namely increasing cravings, causing weight gain, yeast infections, and amplifying inflammation. So a lot of these issues, as well as constant cravings for treats, will have disappeared. To further add to the list of benefits are stable blood sugar levels, improved mental clarity, natural weight loss, and improved gut health. A healthy gut reduces inflammation in the body and your overall risk for many health problems. 6 months after you quit. At this point, you will be so far away from the habit of eating sugar that you will not only not want it, but you won't even be able to look at it. When you have stable blood sugar levels, you'll find weight stays off, especially that stubborn belly fat. More important, you'll be overall healthier. 6 months without refined sugar will decrease your risk of type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and early aging. 1 year after you quit. On a surface level, skin quality and reduction of acne, irritation, and fine lines can be dramatic when sugar is eliminated from your daily diet. Even better, you will see a reduction in overall risk of preventable diseases like diabetes, as well as heart attack and stroke. Not to mention, you'll also increase your quality and length of life. Seriously, I'm not sugarcoating it when I say that, as a high sugar intake is very detrimental for lifelong health. Once you've stuck to a sugar-free life for a full year, your health will have improved. Your body is now adjusted to functioning on essential nutrients, and because it no longer has sugar to store as fat, you'll have likely mostly lost weight. It's also worth noting that at this point, you can afford yourself a sugary splurge every once in a while if the occasion inspires it. Naturopathic physician Sunyal Jain, MD of Juvenile Health and Aesthetics, recommends following the 80-20 rule. Aim to eat healthy 80% of the time. If once or twice a week you make a sugary exception, it likely won't derail you. You'll likely be so bliss out of a no-sugar lifestyle that you won't imagine going back. Now I know that quitting sugar is a lot easier said than done, but you have to stay motivated. Giving up or reducing sugar can be difficult, especially if your diet was high in added sugar, so go easy on yourself. Try writing down your motivators for giving up sugar. Look at these when you feel a craving for sugar. If you start adding back foods and beverages high in added sugar, remind yourself of your motivators. You can always try again and learn from your experiences. For instance, if you find that the cravings are worse during certain times of the day, schedule activities to keep yourself busy during that time, or be prepared with high-protein snacks and water. The most important thing is to decrease your overall intake of added sugar. So as stated, just remember that occasionally enjoying a sugary treat will not derail your efforts in overall health. It's your overall diet quality that matters most. Giving up or reducing sugar may come with unpleasant symptoms. That said, reducing added sugar consumption can have substantial health benefits. There are many ways to make reducing the amount of added sugar in your diet easier. Making key changes to your diet, exercise, and sleep patterns can help beat cravings and create a healthier lifestyle. That's it for this video on what happens to your body when you quit sugar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that like button as it lets me know you guys are enjoying the content. Thanks guys. See you in the next video.